can have your eyes open, falling away at a 45-degree angle, or you can go with your eyes closed. I'd invite you now just to find a comfortable seated position, or you can lie on your bed if you're still in bed, or on the floor. If you're finding a comfortable seated position, just to create an attentive capacity. So a capacity to be upright, not uptight. So just maybe a slight adjustment before we start to create that sense of space in the back. And as we do the meditation, you may want to open your hands up, and this is not any spiritual reflection. As you notice, when you open the hands lying down or sitting, you rotate open the chest and the shoulders, and it just creates a sense of openness in the body. I'll sound the bell to start the meditation, and again, I'll sound the bell at the end. Hello and good morning, and welcome to my Saturday morning meditation and mindfulness. Our session is about our capacity to just take some time for ourselves before we start the day. To take some time to see if we have the capacity to slow the mind a little bit. So I'd invite you to just start to notice the body as it is with you in this moment. Noticing the contact points of the body as you sit or lie. Starting from the head, noticing if it's contacting the floor, if you're lying down on the bed, or contact points on the chair, support for your shoulders, your back, your lower back, contact points for the buttocks, legs, calves, and the feet. And if it feels comfortable, we're just going to do some inhales and exhales. And when we inhale, we'll take a deep breath. When we exhale, we look for the exhale to be just that bit longer than the inhale. I'll use a counting to work on the breath. You don't have to work within my time. Just try and find an extra 30% as you breathe out, as you exit the oxygen from the lungs. So I'll count for the first few. So we breathe in, counting to 4. 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, counting to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathing in, counting to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, counting to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now just move into that breathing pattern in your mind, counting in for 4 and out for 6. As we breathe in energy, we bring in life force to the inhale. As we breathe out, letting go tension. Taking in the deep inhale, breathing in the life force, bringing in the oxygen. Exhaling, a sense of letting go, the tension leaving as we exhale. This morning, I invite you to move the breath now to its normal pace, just no longer striving, no longer pacing. Just allow the breath to find its normal rhythm. Just going to get a sense of a smile today. Even in difficult times, we can get a sense of a smile. This idea of the smile is a meditation that allows us to create a sense in the body, to tell the body to move from fight, flight, and freeze, just to gently move to the parasympathetic state, rest and digest. Sometimes we just have to be a guide for the body and the mind, just to be there, to gently take it by the hand and move it to a different state, parasympathetic state, rest, recovery, where there's space for the mind and the body. So if you can, just visualize the sky, the great sky above us, the blueness of the sky, and in the sky, within the capacity of the greatness of the sky, just to see a smile, just to see an upturn, just sensing nature's capacity to smile, the sky to just upturn and create a smile. Bringing our attention and our awareness from the smile in the sky to the eyes. As we get to our eyes to see, do we have a capacity here to smile in our eyes? Do we have a capacity here to lift the eyes, to create a smile here as a community this morning? We're all here with a sense of compassion for each other, for the earth. Do the eyes have a sense or a capacity to smile? Now moving down to the mouth. And here at the mouth, once again, sensing a capacity to just create a slight smile. Even in these difficult times, the mere creation of the smile helps the body move from its stressed environment. It helps it move. We're taking it by the hand with compassion. Just getting that capacity, that sense to lift the sides of the mouth into a slight smile, a slight upturn. Thich Nhat Hanh says, the great Zen master, he calls this smile yoga. Breathing into the smile in the mouth, the eyes, cloud. And now move our awareness and our attention to the heart, our center of kindness and compassion for others, for our animals, for our pets, for the world. Sometimes it can be a challenge to find kindness and compassion for ourselves, but we often have it for others. So now, as we rest our awareness and attention in the heart, can we bring a smile to the heart? Holding the smile on the face as we move our awareness and our attention to the heart, and then smiling into the heart. Now, as we are here, sensing smile in the heart, maybe now just calling upon the vision of somebody or an animal who you love. That could be a parent, grandparent, a sibling, a child, a pet. Whoever can now just come and sit with you in your awareness as we sit here smiling into the heart. It can be a spiritual being, of religious significance, somebody that you love, or a being, a sentient being, an animal, or a spiritual being, somebody that you can feel a sense of love and compassion from your heart. And allow that person to come and sit with you now. If you can, just bring your attention and your awareness to their face, just to notice their facial expressions and notice how they are when they sit with you. Sensing that deep connection between you and this being, a pet, a human, a spiritual connection within your religion. Now, if you wanted to, you can also just place your hand on your heart just to feel the sense of loving kindness and connection to this being who sits with you now. And if you place your hand on your heart, you can also just moderate between the tension and the tightness that you place on your heart. Just creating an awareness of the capacity for you to radiate a sense of love to this being who sits with you now. As you look at this being sitting with you now, just sense into how it feels to be loved. How it feels to be loved, even in a storm, we can be loved. And how it feels to love, to reciprocate. Sense of loving kindness, unconditional love. It just can flow from us to another and from another to us. Be it your spiritual guide, your loved one, your pet. Maybe now just widen that sense of who can be here, who can sit with you, to a wider sense of family. Who else can you bring into your awareness now to just come and sit? To come and sit with you now. Once again, sensing our capacity for loving kindness, our capacity for compassion to this other who now comes to sit. Once again, sensing into our capacity for love, to see if it's possible to also find capacity for loving yourself now. Or if that's too difficult, just place yourself into the eyes of the other in front of you and allow you to sense how they love you. Notice the compassion through their eyes and what they love when they sit with you, when they see you. And maybe once again, broadening our awareness for this group to bring in more of an extended family, friends, the capacity to broaden our loving kindness, our sense of compassion to a broader group in our awareness right now. Again, widening that awareness to our neighbors, our community, We have a capacity for compassion to all beings. And even now, as you hold that sense of loving kindness and compassion for this group, maybe just feeling if there's an opportunity to include somebody in your life where it's difficult to find that sense of compassion, where there are times of strife or issue. Just seeing if it's possible to bring them to your group right now. As the Dalai Lama says, my enemy, he too is my friend. Just sensing into the capacity to hold the space here. For even those who cause us trouble are often just troubled beings, trying their best, struggling to communicate. In a time like this, everybody feels a sense of struggle. Our capacity to offer compassion is key. So maybe now just moving our awareness from our group, from our community, from the heart, and just taking the sense of smile to the arms, to the shoulders, just a sense of letting go. Can we just lift and drop the shoulders a little bit? Just get a sense of letting go, a sense of releasing from the shoulders. Moving down into the arms, the upper arms, the elbows, and the wrists. Can we get a sense of letting go here? Through a capacity for just a little bit of opening in the hands, maybe just stretching the palms, the fingers, just a sense of releasing. Now, moving the awareness and the smile and the freedom available to the hips, to the upper legs, to the knees, just letting go, smiling through the body, breathing. To the calves and then to the feet and the contact points on the floor. And now just bringing our awareness back to the body as it is sitting here or lying down, noticing how it's supported once again on the floor, on the chair. Back, buttocks, the legs, the feet. And if it feels comfortable, just to start to bring a little bit of light movement to the fingers and the toes. Now, if you're ready, you can just open your eyes, your awareness back. Thank you, everybody, for joining this morning, or whatever time it is, wherever you are right now. I I think at these difficult times, the capacity to find a sense of compassion for everybody around us is hard but important. And also to sense a compassion and love for friends and family. And to remember that we have the capacity to have them with us when we sit. But we also have the capacity to be with them electronically. My mother, who's 85, we got an iPad to her last week. So these really challenging 2 weeks ahead in Ireland, and I know in other places it's becoming more restrictive, but now we're really in quite a significant quarantine environment. We're cocooning the elderly and over 70. So just giving them an ability to speak to us electronically and even to see our faces can be so important right now. So I wish you well. Namaste, and thank you for being with us today. Thank you for taking the time for yourself. Thank you for taking the time to help us create compassion and loving kindness for all sentient beings, all beings, animals, humans, and nature. Nature, the sea, the rivers, the skies, the trees, the flowers, the breath, the oxygen that we're given to protect us, to keep us safe. I'll be back again tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. More than welcome to join me. Have a good day. Thank you, everybody.